Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 7. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, we see a montage of the ladies. Kiana is getting a facial. Angel is talking about, there's an article in a magazine spread of their Colorado home and how she wants to duplicate it in Potomac. Girl, please, do not move on account of this show. I'm just saying. In the next scene, we see Tia. She's at home and she FaceTimes with her mom. And her mom is like talking to her through FaceTime and telling her that she has a surprise for her, but her daughter wants it instead. And Tia is like, girl, no, it's for me. And then she reminds us yet again that she is Nigerian royalty. And her mom is like, yeah, I have a surprise for you when I see you inside. And Tia's like, girl, what part are you not understanding? The surprise is for me, not you. Moving forward. So then we end up at Monique's house. Because now this is the episode where Monique is reintroduced to the world. Ashley in her new city girl bust down middle part wig is stopping by. Hey, girl. And she's sitting in the confessional describing how she met Monique as if we weren't there. Girl, we were all introduced to Monique the same time you were. Girl, goodbye. So she's like, yeah, there were some lapses in our relationship, but, we just picked back up where we left off. Okay, Ashley. So then Monique gets in the confessional and fills us in on the fact that she's divorced and how her friend circle went from a circle to a period. Monique just be talking from network to franchise to the other network to the other franchise. Because when you was over there on with Carlos King and over there on Love and Marriage DC, you referred to these women as that other show. Anyways, girl, I ain't got time to play with you. But side note, Monique, why is your confessional background blank? Huh? Why is there nothing there? And did Monique and Ashley just start talking when this show came back around, or when she was trying to get back on this show? Because it's quite obvious that she ain't been over there. She was like, oh, yeah, and then this is this and this is that. Child, y'all be so fake, honey. She still has her birds, and she let us know that T'Challa passed away, which I already knew because she put it on her Instagram page when it happened, and it reminded me so much of Velvet. Rest in peace, T'Challa. Moving forward. So then they go sit outside to talk. And the first thing that Ashley wanted to know is if she had been talking to any men's. Girl, everybody not looking for a man like you. You are so thirsty, honey. She's trying to focus on her kids and the co-parenting of it all. Girl, bye. Monique was like, yeah, what really sent me on this awakening path is the fight. Ma'am, yeah, right. Listen, I am so happy that I was not reviewing this show when that fight broke out because I did not have time for that type of drama. But we ain't hear nothing about no awakening when you were on that other show. But girl, if you say so, okay, I mean, if that's what you want to say, then say it. Then Ashley starts explaining in the confessional about the fight. And at first I was rolling my eyes like, girl, be quiet. But then she said the only people who didn't turn on her were her and Karen. Now, I am so annoyed with all things Ashley, okay, and how she takes us back down memory lane. But then I had to remember that some people are just now being introduced to Monique. And a lot of people just started watching Potomac. So I'm like, you know what, girl, don't give Ashley a lot in this moment, okay? The production told her what to do, and she is doing it, okay? I think anything Ashley does just annoys me, though, okay? And I had a bad weekend, y'all. When I say bad, I mean a bad weekend. So Ashley is just further annoying me. Moving forward. So then Monique says, I just really can't believe that came out of my mouth. And I didn't even realize that I had childhood trauma. Girl, don't we all? Now, listen, me personally, and I'm going to be 100% honest with, in my opinion, I feel like you were cutting up because this was around the start of you not being able to stomach being married to Chris. Because now you're coming back and you're talking about what it is that you're going through. But I just think this is when you stopped caring about your marriage and he was irritating the hell out of you. Even breathing. You was like, oh, and you just had a fight. But maybe that's just me. So then Monique was like, so what's your friend circle like now? Like, are you still hanging with the same women? And girl, she on this show, ain't she? So then Ashley says, yeah, me and Giselle, we have G&A. It's an apparel line. And it's a damn mess. So Monique was like, girl, what would possess you to have a apparel line with Giselle. Well, I didn't really think of her as a bad dresser, but I want to say that she's even more beautiful now. Honey, you can't pay her to say nothing bad about Giselle. If you think she gonna sit with you and talk bad about Gizzard, you got another thing coming. So then Ashley was asking Monique to be on her float for Pride, but she told her, listen, girl, Gizzard is gonna be there, okay? So then they flash back to the reunion. Now, I know they were flashing back to, is Jamal coming and all that, in the burn book and the number, Pastor Holy Whore and all that. I know they were flashing back to that, but seeing Robin sitting there looking like Chester Cheetah when she had them damn prints in her hair, it's really upsetting me and my homegirls. Because if you can't watch a Potomac replay, what the hell could you watch? Just looking at Robin pissed me off. I was like, Robin, you looked so silly on that reunion. That was one of the worst reunion looks for the entire cast. I didn't like the color. I didn't like the stage. It was just awful, honey. Robin, you look a mess. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So Monique was like, girl, I'm cool. I'm not interested in revisiting old beef. Okay? So, I mean, we gonna be fine. In the next scene, Wendy is at the house with Eddie. Baby, this scene right here, I was like, oh, Lord, why didn't y'all delete this scene? This should have been one of those deleted scenes that they buried on YouTube. But here we are. She's there, and she's in the confessional looking pretty. And she said she watched an episode of HGTV, and she said, you know what? I can do that. And so now they are renovating the house. Now, y'all get into this. Now, we always ask for the price tags and for it to go back to the Housewives of yesteryear, but this is not the episode and this is not the time. And Wendy is not the one to take us back. So they start showing us, and she says she's redoing the sitting room, $6,000, the family room, $11,000. So now we're at $17,000. The kitchen, now we're at $30,000 for a total of $47,000. The formal dining room, and now we're at $62,000. The floors, we're at $82,000. The sunroom, we're at $93,000. And then the pantry and the mudroom and the laundry room for a grand total of $100,000. And she said, and I'm just doing it all at once. All I could hear in my head was, I'm gonna be fresh as hell if the Fed's watching. Oh my gosh. Oh, honey, shout out to 2 Chainz, who is on production, because clearly they hate Wendy's guts. Now is not the time to show price tags. Y'all didn't show how much it cost to renovate the west wing of the Etch-a-Sketch house. Why would y'all come over here and put them damn price tags on Wendy like that? Why would you do that? Baby, when I tell you my nerves were so damn bad, I said, now they are really pissing me off. Why would y'all do that? I said, Lord have mercy. But side note, Eddie, I see you with the Bring Eddie Out t-shirt. Okay, taking a page out of the Candy Birds Lemons into Lemonade handbook. Okay, I know that's right, honey. Ebook available soon. So then they're talking. Eddie wanted to know about the trip. She said they celebrated her birthday. He said, as they should. And then she said, but you know what I noticed? That my biological dad did not wish me a happy birthday. And what made me notice is that we're all in a group chat, and he mentioned wishing my uncle a happy birthday, but you didn't even wish me a happy birthday. Like, I'm your whole child. What is really going on? So she tells us in the confessional that she hasn't seen him in 20 years, and she hasn't physically laid eyes on him in 20 years. But she had a stepdad growing up, and he passed away when she was 29, and her stepdad was very good to her from her recollection. Now, she states that her mom said the reason why her and her dad were no longer together is because of religious differences. That's what was told to her. So she doesn't really know, but she does know that he was not involved. I feel bad, Wendy. I really do. Because I know what it's like to not have that fatherly love, even though my father was always in the house. That don't mean he was paying attention. But I am happy that you had someone other than your dad to help fill those shoes, because you said he was good to you. So my condolences to you and your family, even though I know it's been a while. In the next scene, Stacey is doing a photo shoot for her cannabis line, Shayo. So remember at the reunion, Stacey was telling us she was part Nigerian. She said her family took a DNA test and they have Nigerian roots. So Shayo means to be happy. Producer said to Stacey, well, Eddie's brand is called Happy Eddie. She's like, no, I mean, this isn't Happy Stacey. It is, girl. It is. Girl, now what's going on? Now, Stacey now. So then she gonna say, I'm not trying to infringe upon what they have going on. This has nothing to do with them. Listen, Kenya, it's giving very much Stallion Booty versus Donkey Booty DVD. And who won after all? I need to go check them numbers. Were y'all a stallion booty or a donkey booty? Baby, when Kenya came and stole that whole damn DVD workout and baby put a tape out and everything, I said, That's when I knew Kenya wasn't right. But Stacey, this is giving very much that. Not like you, but you definitely drew inspiration from Wendy and Eddie. Like, let's just be so for real. Speaking of Wendy and Eddie, back at their house, they're talking about, Stacey starting her own line. So then Wendy says, we need to come up with a strain to dedicate to Stacey. So then Eddie said, let's call it Copycat. Wendy was like, oh, that's a good one. Wendy, it's literally so basic. Calling it a copycat is exactly what she's doing. I can see if he came up with something clever, like he could have called it single black female, or he could have called it shadow. Because, clearly she's shadowing y'all, honey, or you could have called it the intern. You could have, or you could have called it the blueprint. Because clearly y'all are the blueprint and she is watching what y'all are doing, honey. Let's get creative, not copycat. Ciao, bye. Back with Stacey. She over there photoing it up with joy, because she said that's what it stands for. It literally stands for joy. I mean, Shia. Lord, this is a mess. I would have named it Rise by Stacey. And Still I Rise. Stacey, you could have done so much. Y'all, baby, y'all don't be using a creative bone in y'all body. Who y'all be talking to? Listen, call me. Okay? Call me and I'll help y'all get it together. She gets done with the photo shoot. Ashley FaceTimes her to invite her to the Pride event. And she was asking her about Jazzy's wedding. Why are you so invested in her going to Jazzy's wedding? Do you plan on getting married behind Jazzy or something? Like, is there a surprise at the end? Do y'all get money? Why are you so worried, Ashley? My God. Moving forward. Stacey then tells Ashley, well, you know about my cannabis line, right? Did I tell you or Arabella? I just play it. But y'all know she love to say Arabella. Okay. So Stacey is telling her about the cannabis line and the name of it. And Ashley was like, girl, what? Listen, Stacey do got a little line problem. And, that's just what it is. And it's hilarious to me. I think she is completely oblivious to the fact that she has a little line problem. I think she really thinks that nothing is wrong. And the way she went over there tiptoeing to sit on that bench with those weeds in the back to talk to Ashley on this FaceTime, baby, I cackled. And I needed that laugh. Baby, that was funny to me. I said, girl, why are you going to sit in them weeds? I know you selling it and whatnot, but you ain't got to go. Stacey, if you don't get your ass out them weeds. In the next scene, Angel and her sister Ingrid, who's 12 years older than her, they went to get some snow cones and whatnot. And she's telling us that she always looked up to her sister because her sister is a boss. And they look just alike. And truth be told, that filtered picture where it looked like you had a different head, that looked like your sister. And y'all look alike. So, I mean, I don't know. It did look just like your sister. They sit down. Angel starts telling her about the Nevis trip and the filter fail. That's what I call it. The filter fail, honey. Because you did that filter. You didn't think nobody was going to pay no attention to it. Gizzard was all up in your personal Instagram. Therefore, and thus and such, this is what took place. So she was like, yeah, we're sitting there. And all of a sudden, Giselle says, yeah, so I saw you on the blogs. She did not say she saw you on the blog. She said, I did some digging. I want to see who you were. I went to your Instagram and I saw this picture and it did not look like you. That's what she said. She was like, and then Wendy was over there laughing, calling me a catfish. I'm like, okay. She was like, I was humiliated and stunned into silence. So then her sister said, well, what's she giving in photos? And the way she softens that neck when I've seen her in person. Now listen, we all have to age. Okay, we all have to age, honey. And this is what sisters do. I completely understand, because if you were telling your sister something, you would want her to take up for you. I get it, y'all. But Angel, you had that picture filtered within an inch of its life. Was it Gizzard's business to bring it to the table? No, but she ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, and that's what she does. Dig in other people's business and bring it out. But whether her neck was wrinkled or smooth, her head and her face looked exactly like her head and her face. So I think that's the point that she was trying to make. But I mean, such is life, child. All of y'all filter the pictures. She said, and not miss before and after, because she was talking about Wendy. So then Angel said, yeah, and she was over there looking like Forrest Whitaker. I'm like, oh, really? That's what you feeling like? Well, you didn't have all that smoke when you were at the table. You had absolutely nothing to say. In fact, you went back to the villa and pretended like everything was cool. Do you constantly need backup or no? because I think you need somebody else to think for you. And Angel, maybe you need to pull an okey doke and have your sister feed you the words, because this energy is definitely not what you were given in person. And why are you so focused on Wendy? Everyone was smirking and laughing except Kiana. Everybody was. Giselle was the one who went looking and brought it up. All the smoke should be on Giselle. It just seems like you may be a little bit afraid of her. And that's a bit ridiculous. Giselle ain't gonna do nothing. Girl, please. Look at Monique. Cussed her out, pulled out a burn book, left, and came right on back. Girl, do not be scared of Gizzard. Please don't. Her sister brought up her being, the only one to live in Potomac. Girl, who cares? Okay, at first I used to be like, oh, okay, they all live in it. Who cares? Go to any franchise. A lot of them do not live in the desired zip code. A lot of them heifers are not living in 90210 over there on Beverly Hills. And I know a lot of them are not living directly in Atlanta, Georgia. They are not. So what? It isn't a flex. Really, it's not. Because Ineka rented a house in Potomac proper too. And look where she at the house. I'm sorry, Ineka. I didn't mean to throw you in there, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, girl. Moving forward. I mean, at this point, maybe we need Angel's sister to be a housewife because she at least is able to come back with something. It seems like she's a bit more quick-witted than her sister is. So, yeah, we might need her. Okay, and we can move on from the filter of it all. Everybody does it. Okay, everybody does. At least the people at BravoCon got to see your real head. And it's pretty. You might need to post it more often. In the next scene, Tia is at home with her kids, trying to see if they're doing their homework and whatnot. She goes in, she's checking with her other family. She was asking about Lexi's birthday party. And so her husband was filling her in. And he said that there was supposed to be like 20 people. It was like 25, 30 people. Tia, I'm watching this scene, but why are you socially distancing from your husband on this couch? Girl, why? So then he tells her that this kid was mad about being left off the list. And so he leaked the address and random people started showing up to the party. She said her daughter, Sienna, is the one who called the police. So then Tia gets in the confessional and she was like, yeah, she calls me a Karen, but that was very Karen behavior. Listen, you crashed my party or my sister's party and I'm definitely calling 911. Child, please. I'm going to call them laws and then we'll see what's what. I really love Tia's home scenes. Her family gives something different. It's a very different dynamic. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's refreshing to see when they show up on camera. In the next scene, Giselle is on her way to Atlanta to find out about her father's real will because she thinks that his wife threw it away. She's like, I know that he was going to leave everything to his kids and his grandkids. And then all of a sudden, this will comes about. So she's petitioning his will. And she said neither her nor her daughters have any relationship with this woman. And this woman is mad that she has to pay attorney fees for the past 2 years. And she'll be all right. Okay, she will be all right. So the wife don't like Gizzard either. Baby, it's a shame how people's death bring out the worst in people. You really see who's who when someone passes away. You really do. So Giselle, you had an evil stepmother this whole time. Baby, this is a fool. Moving forward. I really hope that she gets whatever she's going to Atlanta to get because Giselle is a lot of things, but I know that her dad really loved her. Now, I'm not sure what the relationship was with him and her siblings, but I know that he loved those girls and he loved Giselle. So that will just does not make any sense. Over on the other side, Kiana is at her new place that is now Greg's place. I don't know what the hell's going on. Listen to me, Kiana. You at your new place, which is really y'all's place together, and y'all ain't fooling me. So we see them talking about going to the Wu-Tang concert. And she was like, I know a few Wu-Tang songs. I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, it's a mess visually. Do you hear me? I'm watching this scene. I'm like, this is a mess. Kay is all hot and he is all bothered. Child, I guess together they hot and bothered, but it looks a fool. I don't know what she want with that man. There is no way I would waste all my fineness on Greg. There is no way. So she's talking to him. She's like, I could just tell we're getting better, especially because of the therapy. Girl, I guess. So they show them talking to the therapist, and the therapist was talking about the fact that they live in 2 separate places. She wanted to know how that's going. He's like, well, we're in the process of buying, Kiana's condo because I have 3 young kids. So her condo is going to be like the escape when the kids are gone from my house. Girl, not you letting him use you for the great escape. That's a damn shame. Kiana, girl, oh my gosh. So then Kiana gonna say, yeah, I've really done better with like taking the timelines and the expectations off and just, just doing stuff. Oh, okay. So now he can be nice to you because you're not expecting anything? Girl, the bar is in hell. The bar is in hell. Moving forward. Baby Kiana is in a sunken place. Do you hear me? He done came over and took over her place. He has 3 young kids and he looking how he looking. Then y'all are buying this condo so that he can escape from his home. What is going on? Now his place is your place to escape when he got 3 young kids so he can come there and unwind and kick his damn ashy feet up. Girl, no wonder you always mad. If you don't leave that man alone, him and his graphic tees, girl, leave that man alone. I think I saw that t-shirt at Five Below. Baby, Five Below got a fire graphic t-shirt section. Do you hear me? Is that what the young people say? Fire. Child, I seen that at the Five Below. I listened to it on the iPod. Moving forward. In the next scene, Wendy and Stacey meet for lunch. Both are wearing vibrant colors. Y'all look good. Okay? On my mama. On my hood. Y'all look fly. Y'all look good. Y'all look good. Child, Stacey's headlights were on, so I guess it was cold in the building. Wendy pointed it out, and I was like, do we have to zoom in on her nips? Like, please, let's have some class. Okay, please. So then Wendy is saying in a confessional that she likes Stacey because Stacey does not take herself too seriously. Yeah, Stacey is far from for real. Okay, I don't even pay her no mind. So Wendy is sitting there and then she brings up Jazzy's wedding and how they're all going to Pride. And she said, do you think Ashley's going to sing? Stacey said, yeah, I think so. Ashley better not harass them people with her vocals. She better not. Now, we finally got rid of them damn TikTok dances. And see, it's the hair that make Ashley act different. When she had just her hair, out and about in its natural state, she was 5, 6, 7, and 8. She was doing them damn TikTok dances. Now she done put those wigs on and she has transformed into somebody else. Girl, you need a happy medium, honey. Maybe we need to give you a blowout so you can go sit down somewhere. So they pan to Ashley and she's in the confessional talking about how she invited the ladies to Pride. Ashley needs a RICO charge for them vocals. Okay. And when they get her, I'm going to say, well, this is news to y'all. This ain't news to us. Just like she did Wendy. Just like she did Wendy when they lock you up for that thoke. I'm going to say, girl, this ain't news to me. This just news to y'all. So then Wendy starts asking Stacey about her brand. And Stacey was like, I'm doing just a small launch, just some gummies for now. So then she wanted to know the name. And then Stacey told her it was Soya. And it means joy. Wendy said, so a Nigerian word? She said, yes, because I'm part Nigerian. I wanted to pay homage. She said, why wouldn't I? Wendy said, there's other African countries. Why not? Why Nigeria? Stacey said, because I have an affinity for Nigerians. You know you're my sister. Baby, the way Wendy always does that look in the camera and breaks that fourth wall, baby, that is funny to me. So then Wendy said, it's giving single black female. Okay. She said, look, she did this with the Happy Eddie. She took my aesthetic a little bit. Now, when it happened with the candle, I realized that people copy. But if Stacey gets 4 degrees or a PhD, I'm going to lose it. Now, she ain't going to do that, y'all. She ain't got no time for that. She got to keep up with Arabella. Okay, she ain't got time for that. So then Stacey told her, she said, girl, I'm not trying to compete with you or Eddie. I really am not. So Wendy did appreciate that. And after all that, they ended up ordering the exact same thing to eat. A damn mess. In the next scene, back in the A with Giselle, she's out of court, sitting in the car with Angel, talking to her. And she said the judge listened to both sides, but they have yet to rule. So all she can do now is really wait. And I know this is beside the point, but it's crazy to see her daughters now driving her around. Now, I hope that she gets the justice that she's seeking, but you never know how a judge is feeling. But Giselle, I'm proud of you for actually sharing real story. Because I just knew we weren't never going to hear about this again. Okay, I just knew. I was like, child, we ain't going to hear nothing else about that. I thought about it, but I didn't think that you were actually going to talk about it. In the next scene, real quick, we see Jazzy and Darius's wedding. It's happening in D-Town. Some of the ladies flew in. Ashley talking about, it's mighty suspicious that Stacey decided to come after me and Wendy booked our ticket. Girl, please be quiet. It is so tired and I'm so tired of you. We get it. You're on a mission to get Stacey off this show. We got it, girl. We don't give a damn. Moving forward. This was so funny to me, though. Wendy got in a confessional. She was like, we wish we could stay for the entire thing, but we can't because Ashley turns into a man at midnight. Wendy, please. Wendy, please. But y'all know it's because they needed to get back so they could make it to the Pride event. 18 hours later. So all the ladies arrived to the event, honey. And here comes Ashley craving attention. Y'all know how she like to do. She just looks so silly to me. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, but I just think she looks silly. I don't know what they be talking about. Ashley's so attractive. Oh my goodness. No, Ashley as a drag king is ridiculous looking to me. Okay, now that's my opinion. She came in with these shirts with these drag names written in graffiti for the ladies, and she starts passing them out. So Angel's is Oliver her tits. Wendy's is Degrees D's nuts. Stacy's is Lick her hosen. Baby Stacy's so happy her shirt wasn't just a white tee. Yep, in my white tee. Yep, in my white. Baby Stacy's so happy her shirt wasn't blank. Tia's is Proper Puss Popper. Then she gets to Giselle, and hers is Serving Jizz. Ashley, you are so damn tasteless. Girl, you are so tacky. I know that Grace is grown, okay, but at the end of the day, that's still her mama. Just because you get naked in front of your family don't mean everybody get down like that. Because y'all remember when she did that show last season, Uncle Lump and everybody just sitting in the audience, front row and center, as Ashley takes off her top and gyrates around. Listen, that might be what you do with your people, but she don't want to hear nothing about her mama and no G's. Girl, bye. Moving forward. So then she went on to Kiana, and Kiana is the come inject her. Child, these names are as ignorant as Ashley. Everybody seem to like them though, so if they like it, I love it. So now everybody's dancing and whatnot, and they start playing these sound bites from Monique's time on the show. Then in walks Monique bouncing around, dancing, talking about, hey, party over here, ain't nothing over there. Oh, Lord. This French franchise is a mess. Baby, the way Giselle wanted to fall back. Oh, honey, and she grabbed Cal's arm real good. And not Cal going to run up and embrace her. Baby, he hates Giselle. But I knew that when he used to fix her hair, child. I'm glad he stopped doing it. Now she finally looking like something. I was looking at Giselle the whole time, and that little side eye and her bopping in while Wendy hugs her neck like she didn't say, be gone, is hilarious. I said, Wendy, you don't forget you told her to get on. So Giselle did actually speak to her, and I thought that was positive. I said, okay, it's been some years. Okay, everything's everything. So then Giselle got in a confessional. She said over the years, Monique was on her mind, and she heard about the divorce. So she wants to know how she is now because how she was then was fake. Was it fake? How do you know? Why do you think it was fake? Because she was happy in her marriage? Like things happened and then she was unhappy. So how is it fake? Or do you just want to know her business? Talking about, I've been thinking about her over the years. Girl, the way that lady annihilated you, there is no way you were thinking about her over the years. You heard she was getting a divorce and you probably was sitting around your kitchen table gloating with Robin. Moving forward. So then Wendy got in a confessional. She was like, I never got to know her. We had this one conversation and, I had just joined the group. And then the last time I saw her, all hell broke loose. And girl, you still casted that vote so that she didn't come back. And don't think I forgot. Okay? You was right there casting that vote when you thought you, Robin, and Giselle were cool. So Ashley is asking Giselle over on the side, like, how does it feel to see Monique? She said, she looks happy. Baby, Giselle's so happy to see that Monique is divorced and she ain't fooling me. Do you hear me? She is not fooling me. So they're kind of going around the room and everybody's like, oh my gosh, Monique is here. And she's introducing her to like the ladies that she doesn't know. And she says, oh, you know so-and-so, right? And she's like, no, the only person here that I know would be Wendy, you, and Giselle. Oh, I forgot to mention that Monique's name was Do It A Lot. Okay, that was Monique's name. Everybody's acting like, they're so happy to see Monique. But truth be told, Kiana was waiting to start some mess, trying to put a battery in her bag. I'm surprised that you didn't know Monique, Stacy. Because I thought you were, and then Monique said, I better leave the house, so I'm going to know somebody. She said, she's seen you around, right? And Monique said, what? Stacey said, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know Monique. And then so Wendy said, no, that was Chris. Here you go, Kiana. Oh, that was Chris, but that's your ex-husband, right? Because Stacey was dating him. And that was the end of the episode. Kiana, girl, she ain't been there 5 minutes. That was crazy. The girl came for 5 minutes. And here you are talking about, I'm surprised you don't know her. Now, why would she know somebody that was dating her ex-husband? Kiana, be so for real. That was so messy, but you're going to try to walk it back and act like you didn't know what they were talking about and how this came about. You're going to be acting all confused. You're going to have an attitude because that's how you like to do. And it's just going to be a fool. So now it's to be continued. That was Monique's introduction. 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of the show. Not even really the last 10, really the last 5. The episode was kind of, I don't know, it was giving filler. Okay, it really was nothing to phone home about. But I tried to zhuzh it up. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Comment down below and I'm going to comment back. What did you think about Monique's reintroduction to the group? And Giselle hugging her neck and Wendy acting like she didn't sit there and cast that vote, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think down below. Please don't fight with each other, honey. We don't know these people. Okay, Candace ain't on here no more. Monique has come back. It seems like the ladies are getting over it. So listen, y'all. Okay, like let's have some soya. Peace, joy, and happiness. Some of y'all need some happy Eddie. Ooh, child, I'm not finna play with y'all. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.